Hey man, shout out to the worldnews.net and welcome back to SouFLoTV again. My family, friends, subscribers, haters, enemies, everybody. Listen up. Oh man. Fifth alleged Clansman One Don gang member has been freed in the home circuit court. Count them. Fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I left school a long time ago, but I know if you subtract 5 from 33, you should be able to do the rest of that math. 5 already. Walk out. All right. I remember before I even start on this story and this article, I remember saying in one of the 30-something videos that we've done covering this so far that we have no dog in this fight. All we were doing was compiling information that was released to the public because this is not an open trial. This trial is by judge only. Not even jurors will be there to tell the tales later on. Like, yes, I was a juror in the One Don Clansman gang trial. And let me tell you what happened. They don't even have juror in there. So we had to rely on what was released to us. And all I was doing was taking it and giving it to my audience, compiling it from different media houses, putting it together nicely and giving it to my audience. That's it. But I did say that at one point that this case seems like some of it or the whole case might get thrown out. Go look good now, man. Remember good right now. All right. I knew that some of them were going to walk. Because listening to some of the testimonies, things were shady. But you know what? It's hard telling my people that. Because everybody claims that they want a better Jamaica. And as soon as somebody is accused, they're guilty. And they're tried on the sidewalk justice system. Or tried under the Acquittal justice system. Or tried on the internet justice system. And people think that views and likes and subscription and their opinions is what will hold up in a court of law, and it's not. So a man that was accused, if you remember good enough, I want to remember the whole case where they played out the tapes, and then that one person who claimed to used to be a part of the gang who said he recorded Blackman and everybody else, or a couple of other people then, including himself, on 3 cell phones. They played all those footages out, all those recordings out, right? I'm still waiting for the one that brings up Vybz Kartel name and the proof that, yeah, Kartel tell me that himself on the phone, yet there's no proof. Anyhow, they played all that out. So if you remember good, you will remember this particular person here. Remember the person who the media brought across as they are a well-organized organization and they have their gunsmith who fixes their weapons. Remember that? And the man did say him carry the gun, go over there for the gunsmith, fix it. Or he told him that that's what he did with the weapon. And I was asking you, the audience, what kind of gang this then? Because if me had done and one of my worker them or my underboss or whoever you want to call it, I am not in a gang. I don't know how it runs. I don't know the names they're given. But if you're under me, pause, and my weapon them start to go missing, my guns them start to go missing, you can't give me no excuse about, oh, you're going to drop it off a gunsmith. Gunsmith better fix that and bring it back quick, don't it? All right. So it was a lot of shaky testimonies, but every time I said something, here comes the junker them fly down in the comment section as if they're, yes, them guilty, I don't care, dash them way. As if that was going to convict anybody. So, the man that was accused of selling and repairing guns for the One Don faction of the Clansman gang was on Tuesday acquitted of being part of that criminal organization. Yeah, Dwayne Salmon, walk free. The G wallet and boss off. Chemist was his name. Remember good enough. Remember the testimonies enough. So Chemist walk out. Chemist was doing Salmon. He is the 5th accused gangster that was freed during the ongoing trial in the home circuit court in downtown Kingston. Listen good. A former gangster turned state witness had testified that Salmon was involved in the sales of illegal firearms to the gangs, to the gangsters. The witness also claimed, now remember, this was their star witness. The witness also claimed that the man repaired the weapons for the alleged gang members. This was our gunsmith, he said. Right? This a man that fix any gun. Anytime anything wrong with any gun, we just carry it, go give him. That's what he testified and said, right? All right. Listen to me before I go any further with this. If you are the star witness and you gave everything, sell everybody down the river, up the river, pon the bank, however you did it in court. If 5 people already walk based on your testimony, I'm asking my audience this. Do you think that that star witness is still deemed credible? Remember, I know this is a judge-only trial. There's no jury here to convict. Do you think that he is still deemed credible? All right. Let me continue with the story. The witness also claimed that the same person who he said was involved in the sales of these illegal firearms, because he used to sell them to it, also claimed that he repaired the weapons for the gang members anytime their weapon was broken down. But Salmon's attorney, Kamar Robinson, told Chief Justice Brian Sykes that there was no evidence in this entire thing tying his client to the criminal organization. This goes back to a discussion we had about Shabdan being locked up and all these people. Yeah, me a side with so and this blogger said that and that blogger said this and I believe him. Lock him up and throw away the key. Okay. All right. They prefer to label me a violence producer supporter than for them to actually use their brains to try to understand how the system actually works and how the judicial system actually plays out. But, okay. All right. Salmon's attorney, Mr. Kamar Robinson, told Chief Justice Sykes that there was no evidence that was tying his client to the criminal organization. None, Judge. The judge agreed with that submission by pointing out that the evidence that was presented by the prosecutors only suggested that Salmon could possibly be an independent supplier of arms to the criminal network. That is all the evidence that was presented did. Walk your mind through that again, or let this walk through your mind again. When his attorney said, Judge, there's no evidence here tying my client to this, about him a gunsmith and him sell gun to them, and he is a part of the organization that's responsible for maintaining their weapons. There is no proof of this. And the judge agreed. And the judge said the only thing that he saw in the evidence that was presented was just evidence that suggests that Salmon could possibly be an independent supplier of arms to the criminal network. Now, you can't lock somebody up and convict them for could possibly be. You understand? All right. A caller called in last night and she said it's the duty of the police law enforcement to hear when people are accused and then go and accost them, pick them up, lock them up, question them, bring them in, all these things, and then investigate it if it is true. All right. That process was done right here. And the judge finding was that it only seemed like possibly could be, but there was no evidence there that tied him directly to it. I know some people bex out there, because there are a lot of people who want everybody who was accused in this to be locked up for life. Just look on social media, you will see the comments, right? But hear what I'm telling you. Proof is needed. I don't care what y'all want to say. Proof is needed. Me don't want nobody come lock me up without proof. I don't want anybody come lock you up without proof, without solid proof. And you better be happy that there are people like me out here who are saying that even when you yourself go against that. Yes, I want a better Jamaica. But I don't want a better Jamaica where we're locking up people who didn't do what they are accused of doing. And our excuses, well, him did bad anyway. So if him never guilty about that, him did guilty about something else. No, that's not how the court system, that's not how the system works. All right. And that's not how we want it to work. See? Further, Judge Sykes said that the evidence presented has not established that Salman was loyal to the gang, or even has not established that Salman was a part of the commissioning of any crime involving the One Don gang. In response to the judge's remarks, prosecutors attempted to, now this right here, a move by the prosecution at this level of the game, this late in response to the judge's remarks, because the judge just said, I don't really see anywhere where he is really connected. I agree with you, defense attorney. I don't think your client, it didn't show me that he was that. Maybe he was like supplying them independently with gun, but there's nothing here that says he was loyal to the organization or anything like that. Blah, blah, blah. You have to remember under what they are being tried. Okay. In response to that remarks, now the prosecution attempted to amend the indictment under which Salman was charged, to amend, to change, to update, to fix differently, etc. The new charge would see Salman being accused of knowingly providing a benefit to a criminal organization. All right, so they would have to say, you knew that they were gangsters. You knew that their weapons were illegal, and you took their weapons and you fixed it for them, right? Knowingly provided a benefit to a criminal organization. However, Judge Sykes said that any amendment at this stage would result in severe injustice to the former defendant, because you can't just switch up like that in the middle of the thing, Papa. Right? Not this late in the game, after we have already found, based on what you put forth, that wasn't good enough. Now you want to switch it up and come with another thing, and that's a no. Right? It wouldn't be justice. So Salman acquittal now means that 28 more people now remain on trial. Last Thursday, or now that I'm doing this video, it was more than last Thursday, but recently, 4 of the original 33 alleged gangsters were freed of charges of being part of the criminal organization, among other things. They are Damian Elliston, he was freed. Rushane Williams, he was freed. Owen Ormsby, he was freed. And Rivaldo Hilton, they were all 4 freed. The 4 men that were freed after prosecutors conceded that they had insufficient evidence to prove that those who were accused had committed the crimes for which they were being charged. Now, since last week, defense attorneys have been making their no-case submissions geared towards freeing their respective clients on a raft of criminal charges, which include murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and arson. The alleged leader of the One Don faction of the Clansman gang, which is supposed to be Andre Blackman Bryan, is among those who are still on trial. And I know that people are even more interested in the lone female that is in this, Mama Christie, right? The one that was supposed to be a pastor and a married woman who is married to a pastor. But they said that she actually was sleeping with 2 of the baddest men on the island of Jamaica. And we don't know where hers go yet. Will she get to walk or not? So far, all the evidence I've heard against her, I feel like, boy, they're going to dash her up under the prison. But let's see how it goes, because people were thinking that about the rest of them, that they're all going down, while I was telling people that they were not, and they didn't. 5 have walked so far. Stay tuned. I will keep you up to date as the Clansman One Don gang trial continues. And like we said before, this is shaping up to be the longest ongoing trial in the history of Jamaica's judicial system. A lot of people are calling this a Netflix series and are hoping that our young filmmakers can actually take this and turn it into something that's worth something before Hollywood USA come pick it up. Because the thing is, you know what I say? It's very entertaining to see unfold. Anyhow, I'll catch you on the next video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm out. Peace.